Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming back. We are in Northbrooke, Illinois, just a suburb north of Chicago, and this is a brand new course. Kind of a fun, technical course. This turn right here, turn two, wasn't much of a turn, which led you into a really fast straightaway with a tailwind. I bet on some laps we were easily tapping over 37, 38 miles an hour, which is kind of fun. But at the very end of this road was an off-camber, really tight left-hand curve where it felt wide at first, but then as you get into the corner, the outside curve actually came towards you, and you will see that in a minute. I made a huge mistake by starting at the back. I was actually getting my bike worked on. My derailleur hanger, I think, is bent, and it's been hard for me to get in my 11 in the rear of my wheel. So I was trying to get the Shimano mechanics to work on it, and unfortunately I just didn't spend enough time with them, and I had to actually get my bike off of the rack as the race was getting ready to go and head up to the start line, so I did not miss the start. This right here was a slight little false flat uphill, which had also a cross headwind. So in my opinion, this was the hardest section of the race between turn 3 and 4. What I did see from lap 1 is that I noticed actually right here that there was a group already attacking, and if you look really, really far up there, you can see a few guys just going past the start finish and turning the first corner. So right away I knew it was dangerous. So I'm just trying to now figure out how I can get to the front and help my teammate who has been racing for the last few days. He got here a few days before me, Steven Salazar. And the goal, we chatted briefly. He wanted me to actually cover the early move so he can get a few laps warm up, because I actually rode to the race, got about 50 minutes on the bike before I raced. And yeah, I was pretty warm. I actually felt pretty good. And so 2 laps in, I'm just trying to figure out where do I move up. Right now everybody's fresh, and I was trying to figure out how to really take this corner, turn 2, which, you know, I only seen it once, and this is going to be my second time. So I'm trying the outside, trying to see if I can sneak past a couple people here, and not really making up much ground here. You see I'm scrubbing a lot of speed. I don't have my HUD on display right now, but coming out of the corner, you know, you go from no watts to 750, 850 watts. I looked down on this particular corner and saw that I was doing like 890. So you can't keep that up. There's no way you can keep that up in a race, no matter if you're racing masters or pros. If you have to do 800 watts out of a corner every lap for an hour, you're not going to have a good finish. So that was in the back of my mind, trying to make up some space and figure out how I'm going to take this corner without using a lot of energy. Yeah, so I'm just starting to slowly work my way towards the front so I can contribute and try to bring back the group that's basically at this point riding away from the field. It's funny. So like, this group has been racing already since, some of them since last Thursday, and I just showed up a week later. So I finally made my way to the front. This is the section between 3 and 4, and I just decided to put my head down to see if I can motivate the group to actually ride. We were riding, but we just weren't riding fast enough. I think, you know, when you're chasing a group that's like 20 seconds, 30 seconds ahead of you, unless you have a full, you know, 8-person team that could ride at 27 for 15, 20 laps, you're not going to bring them back. You got to have an assertive effort. I think, you know, for 4 or 5 laps at about, you know, good pace, 28, 30 miles an hour, to really put a dent into the gap that they had. And what my goal right here was actually to try to keep them in sight, because we all know the saying, out of sight, out of mind, and it's so true. At this point, they're still in sight. I could see them, maybe hard to tell from this angle with the camera, but I can see them ahead right here. They haven't quite hit the turn yet, and I'm just trying to keep them in sight. Long story short, didn't work out. I did this for, I don't know, this is only like 10 minutes into the race. You can see they just turned the corner. This is only about 10 minutes to the race, and here I am on the front chasing a group. And for the most part, no one was that motivated. You can see right here how slow, how slow I went into that corner. I just didn't figure it out yet. I finally did figure it out later in the race, but it took a little while. So after taking a few chops and trying to bring back that group, you can see Steven comes through to try to keep that momentum going. And after a while, I just told him, we should stop. It's at the point where we're just wasting energy. And so I'm just going to skip ahead to 3 laps to go. So here's a scenario on the road. The 4 guys that were off the front, one actually got dropped. So 3 guys have lap to fill. And they have lap to fill with about 4 laps to go, or maybe about 3 laps to go. They're just catching on, and we are looking at 3 laps to go right now. So I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted to sprint or not, but I said, you know what the hell? Keep your eye on the big picture. The big picture is August 7th. New Mexico is Masters National, so get in the habit of sprinting. And so that's what I did. I just started surfing the front, and this was an unfortunate situation that didn't have to happen, where I could have literally crashed and hurt a lot of people because of this idiot who wants to come and hook me for no reason. So his teammate said he was off the front, so that's why he hooked me. That justifies you coming into me and throwing a hook for no reason. I mean, seriously, if I go down, so many people go down and hurt a lot of people, and it's just unnecessary at that point of the race. No apology, no anything. So, I'll be racing today, and I won't be as nice as I was yesterday. All right, in this race. So we are coming in at 2 to go. There's a couple guys just kind of dangling off the front. They're not really a threat, and no way to the finish as we approach 2 laps to go. So in my mind, this is actually a headwind. You can see the flag straight in our face. I was trying to stay as calm as possible and not overload the legs. Lately, I've noticed that I've been overloading my legs too soon, riding in a bigger gear. And so when the pace is not that high and you're in a big gear, you're actually just using way more energy than I need to. Unfortunately for me, I was having an issue getting in my 5311. And so for like 2 laps, I was trying to get in it, and so I can sprint, because I knew that I needed that gear ratio for this sprint. Even though it's a headwind sprint, it's still a fast sprint because you can come out of that last corner pretty hot. And I'll show you why I changed my line here. Coming into the end, people take more risks, and so I decided to start taking the inside in case someone wipes out. I'll be inside of it, not outside of it, because you know what happens when you're on the outside when you're making a right-hand turn. Bikes start flying to the right. And I also strategically wanted to ride on the left side right here, just to try to force some people to not go around me. But no one was coming, so Marco, a friend of mine, made a big pop to come up to the front right here, and I hopped on his wheel. And so now I know exactly what direction I'm going to take this last turn. This is going into 1 lap to go. As you notice, everyone was taking the inside on that turn, but if you look, this is a good story right here. That's Phil Tinsman. He actually crashed. The whole lead group crashed. And right here I'm asking him, hey, are you good? I was actually willing to lead him out, get some of that SoCal love. I love to see California boy win. So, but he was on a spare bike and wasn't feeling good, and he just said no. Unfortunately, he broke his bike in the crash. So now it's bell lap. 2 guys attack. Steven Salazar in perfect position follows. That's my teammate up there in the yellow and black. It may look like I'm too far back, but I know that straightaway between 3 and 4 is long and it's hard. Steven just absolutely crushes it right here, creates a gap. And it's funny, man, if turn 3 wasn't so tight and you didn't lose a lot of speed, I think he had a really, really good chance to make it to the finish, because look at the gap they have right here. And not only he took the corner much better than the second place guy, he like completely stopped. So now this is the fight for the finish. I'm playing between protecting myself on the left and the right. That's why I'm not completely on the wheel. I'm just kind of judging where you see, looking back, where's left, where's right, where's left, where's right. All right, I'm clear. All right, here comes the corner. I know that I'm clear. I'm gonna go right, and I'm gonna wait to the last minute to punch out here. I'm just gonna wait, wait, wait. Everyone's gonna go inside. I punch. Boom. More speed. I'm already on the pedals, sprinting before anyone else. He did beat me to this spot right here, but I was going much faster than him by the time I got out of the corner. I didn't win the race. I won the field sprint for fourth. I felt good about how I raced. I didn't like the result of missing the break. But thanks for watching.